Hello, everybody. I am David Kemp alongside Davin Kuntz here, and today we bring to you a UKC girls varsity matchup here at Leavenworth High School. Today, the Pioneers host the DeSoto Wildcats. We are about 2 minutes 30 seconds away from tip, and Davin, without captain Layla Brown today, the Pioneers will have a bit of a few hurdles to climb, but ultimately, DeSoto, a team depleted from last season, I think Leavenworth really could have a chance to get their first win over the Wildcats since 2019.
Yeah, three-game losing streak for the Wildcats. I think some real big players are going to have to step up for the Pioneers today. Especially, I think someone like Amira Graham is going to have to step in, hit a couple huge shots for the Pioneers to get themselves into a basketball game.
Especially, I mean, yes, Amira Graham, star player who is really going to have to step in off the bench. A couple names thrown out there by Nala Walker, who I was interviewing before the game, Layla Brown's co captain. She said that McKenna McCann, a player who started the season on JV, who's worked her way up the totem pole, and Maya Hewitt, who played an excellent game against Olathe East on Wednesday night. Those two players are who she believes in, who Nala thinks are really going to need to step up their game to get the Pioneers a win today.
Yeah, I just think it's going to come down to how many shots the Pioneers hit. I think uh just watching that Olathe East game, it just looked like it was a low-scoring affair. The Pioneers just didn't hit the shots that you usually see at
You could even see on that last play of the game, down by 2 with under 10 seconds left to play, if that 3-point field goal from Hewitt falls in, it's a different story. Instead, the Pioneers were on the losing end of that one, but their most recent encounter with UKC action was against Lansing on Tuesday, and they dominated the Lions in
Yeah.
the battle for Eisenhower 59-8.
Yeah, Lions. Just like the the Lions, a depleted team, just not very good this year. I guess you could say. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to see Maya Hewitt, McKenna McCann. I think McKenna McCann. I think everyone is gonna have to play amazing today. We're gonna need to see some big players step up.
Yes,
Primary
when you
ball handler and one of the best scorers on the floor out of the game in Layla Brown.
Yes, when you lose a player who's as impactful as Layla is, you really need everyone around her to say, I will pick up my burden, I will carry the load, and I will make this team win. It's a team effort. Nala was also talking to me about that before the game. She said that in order to play like they did against Lansing, they can't be individuals. They need to play as a team and pick up the slack.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. All right, and I think we're gonna head off to the national anthem.
And now Devin, the color guard, will exit the stage. And Yeah, player introductions coming up in just a moment, courtesy of Kevin Miller, our PA announcer, beloved PA announcer here at Leavenworth High School.
Tonight we welcome our guests to the Soto Wildcats. Let's meet their stars. Starting tonight at number 25 is Maya O'Brien. Number 30, Sydney Sinatra. Number 32, Anthony Lease. Number 35, Leah Johnson. And then number 59 is Lily Chapman. To the Soto Wildcats. And starting tonight at number 7, number 1. Six, junior number 11. Sophomore number 13, Nick Palmer. By 7, sophomore number 24. Freshman number 34, the lowest call.
And there you have it, folks, starting tonight for the visiting DeSoto Wildcats. Maya O'Brien, Sydney Sonoto, Maddie Lease, Leah Johnson, and Lily Chappell. Two juniors, two seniors, and a freshman on the court. And for the Pioneers, Nala Walker, Maya Hewitt, Emma Allen, and McKenna McIntyre, the regulars. And Davin, you called it. Starting tonight in place of Layla Brown is Amira Graham, hoping to get some valuable playing time as a forward, really get physical there in the front. And yeah, we are just moments away from tip here in the Pioneer Center. For those of you just joining us, I'm David Kemp alongside Davin Kuntz. We have a Friday night doubleheader here in the First City. Starting off in just a moment with varsity girls basketball. And then tonight, Davin Kuntz and Oliver Rambo will be on the call to host the boys basketball team. And we are underway here in Leavenworth, Kansas. Maya Hewitt gets us started here, working her way down the court, going for the lay. And the Pioneers strike first. 2-0 here early on. Now DeSoto turning the tide. Lace to the outside, wide open three instead, opts to pass. Getting pressed heavily by Walker. Lease with the lay, not gonna fall. Maya Hewitt now crossing midcourt. This game for the Pioneers to come out with the win.
I think for the Pioneers to come out with the win, they're going to have to get the ball inside to McIntyre. They're going to have to get it inside to McIntyre, and McIntyre is going to have to find shooters outside the arc, and the Pioneers are really just going to have to hit shots. I mean, you can't win a basketball game if you don't score.
To the outside, wide open shot for Lace, not gonna fall. McKenna McIntyre getting possession despite being wrestled by Lily Chappell. Maya Hewitt working her way across the logo. Hewitt, Pioneers holding on to a 2-0 lead here with 6:51 remaining in the first quarter. Hewitt retreating back to receive some commands from Coach Kuntz. Walker to Graham. Graham, I believe a first-time starter here tonight. She's been a McKenna McIntyre with the lay, will fall. First-time starter for the varsity team. Amira Graham has had consistent play for JV.
Yeah, David, I think that's just what we're going to need to see. Pioneers getting the ball each other. I mean, just working as a team to pass it around the horn, get it inside, and, I mean, just get easy buckets.
Wide open three, not going to go. DeSoto Wildcats are 0 for 2 on three-pointers. If those two shots had fallen, it would be a very different ball game right now
I
early.
think I'll take that call from the referee there. I think Nala had hit that one out of bounds, but hey, we'll take what we can get early in this game. DeSoto coming out and looks like a man press here with 6 minutes to go in the first.
Hewitt driving all the way coast to coast, and bit of a discussion with the referees going on. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. First foul of the game, 6:07 on the clock, 4-0 DeSoto Wildcats trailing your Leavenworth Pioneers.
That is going to be on Maya O'Brien. That's going to be her first foul tonight.
First shot from Hewitt rattles around in the rim a bit before falling down. 5-0 Pioneers early in the first quarter. Getting a fast start has been key for the Pioneers in the games that they've won, as Hewitt will make it 6-0.
Maya is up to 4 points on the night.
Very fast start from one of the players that Captain Walker, as this one will go and not going to fall. Almost out of play. Nice save from Soto. Pioneers will get the turnover. Hewitt directing traffic. She's got Emma and Walker on the outside. Nala Walker pressing to McIntyre. Loses possession back in the hands of the Wildcats. Wildcats today in the black tops, black shorts with the green accents. Good stop by Hewitt. Meanwhile, the Leavenworth Pioneers are in the home whites with the blue numbers and blue
You know, David,
lettering.
I don't say this about opponents too much, but I really like DeSoto's jerseys. I mean, I really like the black on black with the green accents. I think just like highlights what DeSoto is as a whole.
It's overall just a really solid look.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the solid colored uniforms, not mixing it up, going white top and blue bottoms or whatever it be. Black top and green bottoms, I guess, in DeSoto's case. I really just like the black on black. It's a sleek look.
The first free throw of the day will fall for the Wildcats, and now they have 1 point on the board. Pioneers still lead by 5, 6-1. Hewitt has to check her back with multiple Wildcats in her corner. McIntyre will not get the lay to go in, and Maya Hewitt with the steal there.
Finishing layups is just going to be, I mean, such a big
3-pointer.
big part of the Pioneers.
First one to fall today. Number 12, Claire Lease, the sister of starter Maddie Lease. That is a duo to watch out for, similar to the Pioneers' own duo, the McIntyre sisters. Walker! My goodness! Pioneer bench going crazy right now as Nala Walker makes it a 5-point game. 9-4 Pioneers. 4:49 on the clock here early. DeSoto making a call to the bench with 4:49 on the clock. Nala Walker saw the least 3-pointer fall, and she said, I can do you one better. Drives right back up the court and takes it back herself for another 3-pointer. Number 43, Bush, the layup, and they're going to call a foul against the Pioneers. Still waiting to see who this one is charged for. The foul will go against number 1, Amira Graham. First foul of the game for Graham. Second team foul of the quarter for the Leavenworth Pioneers. First shot is up, and it will fall. 9-5. DeSoto Wildcats trail, but they have cut the deficit down to 4. The Wildcats are currently ranked 5th in the UKC. Meanwhile, the Pioneers in the United Kansas Conference are ranked number 6. And so this kind of game could be a momentum shifter in the standings and could determine a playoff spot depending on how this season ends up.
Yeah.
Walker looking for the steal.
The Pioneers coming out in this game have been started off hot, and as Hewitt takes it up, they've started off hot. I mean, doing exactly what I said, getting the ball inside. We've knocked down a 3-pointer. I mean, if they keep this up, I don't see how they can throw this.
Wide open 3 from Walker. It's almost like she could hear you up here. Tried to take another one. Second attempt will not fall, but 1 for 2 is not bad at all.
As McKenna, they call her fifth. McKenna McCann is in the game.
McKenna McCann did not get very much starting time at all at the start of the season, but I think what's really defined her is her tenacity, her aggressive approach to the game where she will just chase down opposing girls. And that aggressive defense has earned her a spot, especially in close games. And as we talk, she gets the steal, sends it right into the press box. And McKenna McCann already making a difference just 30 seconds into her tenure on the court. 3:37 on the clock. Pioneers lead 9-5.
You know, David, early in this game, the Wildcats have already played 8 girls. Pioneers really making them substitute early, get out of their starting lineup ways, and just, I mean, making them adjust to what we've done.
Number 30, Soto to Lease. Maddie Lease will travel. And again, McCann, not only does she force her own plays and make her own steals and blocks, she's also able to get her own she's also able to force turnovers through putting pressure on players.
Yeah, David. Yeah, David, you're exactly right. And McCann's pressure there really just, I think, kind of antsied up. I think it was Katie Bush on the outside there. Just really, I mean, just the pressure gets put on Bush, and she just takes one too many steps at the arc.
McCann now lobs it like a quarterback to Graham. Amira Graham getting pushed a little bit. No call from the refs. Ball chucked right back across half court. It will go out of play. DeSoto Wildcat basketball. 9-5.
Yeah, you know, David, those
Pioneers
plays
in
are
front.
unfortunate, but they happen so much in the game of basketball. It's crazy how you can practice day in, day out, and still not be on the same page as your teammates.
DeSoto came into this game, well, came into the season after a very successful campaign last year. They went 15-5, but several players left, including graduating senior Mackenzie Farmer, who was a key piece on that team. As number 43, Bush sends it to the outside. Lease. And thrown out of play by Maya Hewitt. Excellent defense now on the floor. But they went 15-5 last year, got off to a similar start this year with an 8-3 start, but they're currently on a 3-game losing streak, losing back-to-back games in the UKC as well to Baser Linwood and Piper. Their most recent loss was just this Tuesday, 56-51. Hopefully the Pioneers can really tap into that pressure and force a fourth consecutive loss. Mackenzie McCann continuing to bring the pressure, and this time, and no foul on the floor. A jump ball will send the ball into the hands of the Wildcats. 9-5, 2:49 on the clock in the first quarter of play. 2 team fouls for the Pioneers committed, 1 team foul for DeSoto. Overall, a clean first period.
Yeah, and you know, those are the periods that are just fun to watch. Just clean basketball, teams getting clean shots off. Not just a bunch of free throws the whole time.
Bush inbounds to Lease. Lease for 3. She drains it. It's a 1-point game. 9-8, 2:40 on the clock. Interception. And the push foul will
Yeah, the least
the region foul, excuse me.
both have a 3 early in this one.
They are lethal shooters on the
Good
court.
for the Pioneers.
2:34. Pioneers still have a 1-point advantage. And that is evaporated before our eyes. 5.
For his DeSoto Wildcat girls.
Hewitt draws the foul. Offender is Maddie Lease, and now Maya Hewitt gets a chance to inbound. Pioneers setting up a play on the court. They have 4 in the paint. Now McKenna McIntyre will come out. Dumps it back to Hewitt.
You know, I really like to see when Coach Kuntz gets Hewitt on ISOs. He does a really good job of that, making sure the ball's in one of his best scorers' hands most of the time.
Mackenzie McCann, a dime. Chance to take the lead. It's not going to go. Possession goes back to the Wildcats. Mackenzie McCann, in my opinion, has been the most impactful player. She's not on the scoreboard yet, but she has just done such a great job putting pressure. She already forced that travel. She had an intercepted pass earlier. And on the offensive side there, getting dimes to her teammates.
Yeah. She's really a fun player to watch. Just moving the ball so well. Plays for the team, doesn't play for herself. Even if she's not scoring, she's doing something on the court.
Pump faking the 3, sends it out to Lease. Claire Lease to Bush. Katie Bush to Lease. The layup, it's going to fall. 12-9, Pioneers trail. And in the last 3.5 minutes, the DeSoto Wildcats are on a 7-0 run. Calling a timeout.
They call it travel.
Well, official timeout.
Okay.
Official timeout for the travel against McKenna-McCann. Number 30 for DeSoto.
He started
Sydney
dribble it.
Sydney Soto inbounding. Drawing a double dribble call will give it back in the hands of the Pioneers. Sloppy play from both sides. Right now, both teams are beating themselves.
The DeSoto fans are upset about something. I'm not sure exactly what.
Coach on the court.
Oh, the DeSoto Wildcats only have 4 girls on the court.
Ryan Robbie trying to advocate
They're
for his
upset
player,
about.
Maddie Lease. Maddie and Claire, Maddie Lease being a freshman and Claire Lease being a junior, have been the most electric scorers for the team so
That was
far.
Very fast 5-second call, in my opinion.
Very liberal opinions, very liberal view on the rule book from the refs here. Excellent screen sends Maya Hewitt out of contention. And now fight for the ball. Foul will be drawn. Charge to, it appears, Amira Graham. Second personal foul for Amira Graham, a player that you said really needs to step up. If she fouls out of the game, that would be a huge blow to the Pioneers. She really needs to compose herself early. Pioneers have led for much of the first quarter. They led by 9-5, but since a 7-0 run, DeSoto is now in the lead. Excellent save from McCann, but she sends it right in the hands of a black jersey. Miscommunication on the floor sends the ball out of play.
Great defense from the Pioneers. Oh. Looks like we're going to have a second opinion from an official come in and change the decision of the official who I believe had the better view. I think that's just an official getting in the way of the game, wanting to dictate it how he.
Yeah, I
That is
personally
not-
didn't see it. The three-pointer is going to go for Maddie Lease. And controversial call makes it a two-possession game. Pioneers now trail by 6 with 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter of action. Hewitt crosses half court after much pressure, and the ball goes back in the hands of DeSoto. 30-second timeout called by Kuntz, and the Pioneers really need to regroup. They seemed a bit flustered, as were we, after that recent call. The 5-second violation paired very quickly with an interesting officiating call on the out-of-bounds ball.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. It always surprises me when officials see their other official make a call. They're right next to the play. They obviously see it happen. They run in the middle of the play and change the call. Just because you have the authority to doesn't mean you should.
This is something that has harmed the Pioneers early. 15-9. They do have possession, it appears.
Pioneers are going to need to score on this possession if they don't want to let DeSoto.
DeSoto on a 10-0 run as McKenna-McCann will toss it right back in the hands of Maddie Lease.
Yeah.
All by herself is Soto.
Going to make it out of.
The senior.
Play, and McCann just tries to save it and doesn't quite get
Off the screen, will send it to Maddie Lease.
That's a,
Maddie Lease, that is her third three-pointer of the game.
That's a great
And
Sonato.
barring a miracle, we should be going. Oh, what a shot! We got our miracle.
There goes the miracle David was just thinking of.
But Maya Hewitt cannot erase a deficit this large. 18-11.
She's up to 6 points on the first quarter. I mean, really just kind of taking it into her own hands when her teammates aren't doing much in basketball.
She definitely has taken it in her own hands. She has more points on the board than the entire rest of the roster combined. Players like Nala Walker, she has the 1-3, but she really could use a bigger impact. And Amira Graham currently scoreless on the board. all around the Pioneers. They got off to a great start, 9-5 early on, but on a 13-2 run, Leavenworth has now fallen behind. They trail by 7 as we take a brief break for the end of the first quarter. For those of you watching from Leavenworth High School, do not forget to go to the Winter Royalty Dance tomorrow. All weekend it's Winter Royalty weekend. We will have end of game coverage of the Royalty Court for the Sadie Hawkins Winter Royalty Dance. And then following that, we will have the live broadcast for the Pioneer Boys. 18-11. Pioneers currently trail by 7. McKenna McCann. McCann to Walker. Walker able to evade the attempted interception. Emerson Allen currently scoreless on her own. And the interception. That is not the pass to make there, as Sydney Soto will go all the way down the court. Uncontested layup makes it a 9-point game. 20-11. DeSoto in front.
Third and fourth points of the game.
Nala Walker wide open 3, and she just airmailed it. Sent that one flying all the way to Missouri. McCann. And
apparently in today's women's basketball game, a two-hand shove on a player who's smaller than you is not considered a foul. Yes, I believe McKenna McCann just got absolutely clobbered with no foul call.
I'm definitely one who is an advocate for just letting the players play, but when you get a foul that's just so blatantly obvious, you expect the refs to call it. To the outside is Maya O'Brien. Now back in the hands of Lise, the freshman. And dropping it in is Leo Johnson. 22-11. The Wildcats have doubled the Pioneers' score. Emerson Allen getting double teamed in the corner. She will lose the ball on the jump ball play by the referees. I personally don't agree with that one. She still had both hands on the ball. I don't think either Wildcat had wrapped it up yet.
No, I mean, I think it was more of a foul. I think the Wildcats grabbed her arm, not quite the ball, but
DeSoto,
they came down there, I guess.
DeSoto with a chance to go up by 14. Looking to take it. It is not fruitful. A drive to the rim from Maddie Lease isn't going to go. Nala Walker now trying to navigate a plethora of black jerseys. Hewitt with the lay. Throws it over the rim. Amira Graham pump fakes a 3 to Walker. Walker's got an opportunity. Instead, she opts to spread the love. Sends it to Graham. Graham to McIntyre, getting physical in the paint. Not going to go. 22-11.
What I've seen so far is a very physical, very quick DeSoto Wildcats team come into Leavenworth's gym. I mean, honestly, just take over as she steps out of bounds. The ball will go into possession of the Pioneers. But I've just seen, I mean, DeSoto step in. They're subbing a lot. Everybody on their bench is contributing. Their whole team is contributing. They're not getting tired. They're just out hustling, out manning, out playing the Pioneers right now.
5 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock. Pioneers trail by 11, 22-11. And the steal from Stapp sends it to her teammate, Bush. Bush to Maddie Lease. Maddie Lease to the outside. Three-pointer from Sydney Soto. The senior airballs it. Maya Hewitt. Behind the back pass to McCann. McIntyre. Now Hewitt into Allen. Emerson Allen getting pressured. Graham off the deflection will draw the foul.
Oh, really?
Maya Hewitt to McCann. McCann with the mid-range jumper. It's not going to go. 22-11. 5 minutes and 1 second left remaining before halftime.
Yeah, I'm just gonna need to see more hustle, more execution out of the Pioneers. I just haven't seen that on this night.
The lob to the inside. What a block! Maya Hewitt said, no thank you. Get that off my doorstep. Threw it right into the stands. Possession will stay in the hands of DeSoto, but Maya preventing a 2-point play all by herself. And honestly,
He checks into the game for the Pioneers.
she did not get any action on Wednesday against Olathe East, but she has been a key role player in several varsity games, including the Lansing appearance.
That'll be Maya Hewitt's fourth block of the game here.
We're not even
The
done with the
second
first half yet.
quarter.
4:43 on the clock.
I don't know if I've seen that many blocks since I was watching the Spurs Thunder game with Victor Wembanyama the other night.
Looking for an opening, getting hard pressed by McCann to the outside. Bush. Bush to Maddie Lease. Maddie Lease gets Maya Hewitt jumping twice. Now sends it out to Soto, and the shot clock will buzz, sending that play back in the hands of the Pioneers.
Good possession by the Pioneers.
Ultimately, just no answer and just frozen on the court. DeSoto with a costly turnover. Inbounded possession to Lovejoy. Ball will get sent out of bounds, and now DeSoto. It feels like one step forward is two steps back for the Pioneers early. You get the critical mistake from DeSoto. You force them to hold the ball, not even able to get a shot off before the shot clock hits zero, and then you just go for one quick inbounded play, the most basic play in basketball, and just hand it right back over to the other team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna. DeSoto, honestly, like I said already, we're just out hustling the Pioneers. I mean, I've seen girls constantly just get drove by on. I mean, the Pioneers' end of the court. Just need to square up, play defense, move the ball on offense, get it inside, move it out, get some shots up. I mean, just score the basketball more times than they do.
Maddie Lease is a player that the Pioneers really need to focus on shutting down. She seems to have replaced inbounding senior Mackenzie Farmer as the future of this program. A varsity starter in her first year, as this one will go up for the lay. Pioneers now trail by 13. Make that 15. And now it's DeSoto's turn to send the players back to the sideline. 26-11. Pioneers trail by 15 in a game that they led as late as the 2-minute mark in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, two very quick buckets from DeSoto out of that timeout. I mean, smart decision by Coots to call a timeout there. I mean, you just watch DeSoto call a timeout. They execute a play perfectly. Get a backdoor. I'm sure saw it coming. And then immediately after just a boneheaded mistake by Amir ran to the backcourt.
4:13 on the clock in the second quarter. We will go to halftime where Coach Kuntz will hopefully make some key adjustments and get the Pioneers back into this one. 26-11. DeSoto Wildcats in front. Just about a 40-minute drive west of here. And yeah, they have come into our house and really just dominated us on our own court. Ellie Lovejoy, the transfer from South Carolina, will be inbounding. She's got company, Graham and Hewitt, with Emerson Allen and McKenna McIntyre further on the floor. Graham trying to get it across the line, and the full court press from DeSoto sends it back in there. It's aggressive play by McKenna McIntyre, and it appears the Pioneers are going to draw the jump ball. 4:03 on the clock. Pioneers trail by 15, but playing with some much needed aggression. DeSoto is on a 21-2 run since the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. Discussion from the referees, potentially evaluating a foul call. Instead, they'll leave the call as a jumper. McIntyre with the handoff to Hewitt. Maya Hewitt to Allen, playing patty cake, sends it right back to her. Lovejoy to Hewitt. Excuse me, Allen. McIntyre will travel. 26-11. Pioneers trailing by 15. Starting guard Nala Walker is back on the floor. Captain alongside Layla Brown and Davin early on. I've really been feeling Brown's absence.
Yeah, I mean, the Pioneers really feeling DeSoto's press right now. Layla Brown, I mean, probably most likely the best ball handler on the team. I honestly don't think that's up for debate.
Layup's not going to go. Leavenworth with 3.5 minutes
And
trying to climb back into this one.
having someone who can break the press by themselves whenever it breaks down in the backcourt. You're just going to have someone who can get by a couple defenders, get it down the court so that, I mean, you can set up an offense and potentially score the ball. The Pioneers aren't even getting to that point right now.
Jump ball gives it back to DeSoto.
And it almost makes me think if it was a DeSoto last minute decision to add in the press after they see Layla Brown goes out of the game.
Around the arc, now inside the paint. The three-pointer from Lease. Claire's not going to get it to fall. Maya Hewitt at the LV in blue at half court, getting double teamed. Graham has Walker wide open looking for a pass. She will send it to Lovejoy. Lovejoy to Walker. Nala Walker pump fakes a pass, sends it to her right. And now Emerson Allen, wide open three. Bang! Emerson Allen!
6-minute scoring drought for your Pioneers.
26-14 as Emma Allen
Not mistaken,
puts the Pioneers back on the board. They still trail, but trying to climb back into it as Lovejoy gets the rebound. Ellie Lovejoy going across the blue line. Amira Graham. Graham to Lovejoy. Definitely an intentional pass there. Nala Walker getting pressed heavily by Emma Major. Now Lovejoy driving to the rim. She will throw up a lob. Grabbed by Hewitt. Bit of a collision, but Maya Hewitt forcing her way to the rim. 26-16. The Pioneers trail by 10, but they are cutting into the deficit. They have cut it from 15 to 10 in the matter of seconds. The shot from Lease is not going to fall. 1:28 on the clock. Pioneers still trying to chip away. Hewitt appealing for a foul call. She's not going to get it. The layup isn't going to go. Rebounded by Lease. It is going to fall. And now DeSoto extends their lead to 12. 28-16.
So there's just a lack of hustle by the Pioneers. I mean, really nobody running back on defense because they just all think that it's going to be a free layup for DeSoto. And then they miss. Nobody's there to rebound because nobody hustled back on defense.
28-16. Pioneers currently trail by 12. 1:02 on the clock. Ellie Lovejoy getting to inbound with Maya Hewitt as her primary option. Walker, Allen, and Graham ready to flood the paint. Lovejoy to Walker. Walker beyond the arc. Nala Walker in a fight for the ball, looking for the jump ball. And after some liberal calls earlier by the refs, they're not going to give it to us. This time the jump ball will go in the hands of the Pioneers. And 51.9 seconds remaining. I don't think that play should have gone on as long as it did, Davin.
Yeah, no. I mean, when I see Walker on the ground, I see a DeSoto player up on top of her, I feel like that's almost where the play should end, whether it's a jump ball.
Graham with a costly turnover to Soto. She will.
By Ellie Lovejoy to get back and contest that layup.
Missing the layup is Soto. Maya Hewitt taking flight, and they're going to send Soto to the line, it appears. Second personal foul of the game for Emerson Allen.
I was gonna
They are
say,
not sending her to the line.
Soto was.
Soto at the baseline now. Inbounding. Hands it off to Chappell. Lily Chappell getting hard pressed by Emerson Allen. Allen to the outside. 3-pointer is going to go. He's not going to go, excuse me, for Maya O'Brien. Maya Hewitt now in the Pioneer white. 21 seconds left to play. Hewitt, the long range 2-pointer isn't going to go. Amira Graham hustling to try to get the steal, putting a lot of pressure, but she's not going to get the turnover. 8 seconds left to go. Fans counting down. Maya Hewitt with the steal. Time for one more play. One. The last second heave. Excellent block by Hewitt. And the Pioneers will go to the locker room for a talk from Kuntz and the assistant coaches. 28-16, Davin, what are your takeaways from the first half of action?
You know,
champions will get for the Wildcats.
Emerson Allen now. Maya Hewitt. The three-pointer is going to be bricked away. Hewitt for three. Yes, sir! 35-20 as the Pioneers stay in it. Not dead yet. They currently trail by 15. The pump fake. Looking for an opportunity. The steal from Hewitt. Able to recover with 12 seconds on the shot clock. DeSoto needs to come up with an answer fast. Wide open is Lease. Lease for three. It's going to go. 3:37 on the clock. Pioneers have had no answer for Maddie Lease all night. McKenna McIntyre tosses up a lay. She will draw her third foul of the quarter. She goes back to the line.
The fouls on the shot. This is the 32 and the second. McKenna McIntyre to the line.
McKenna McIntyre, the first one looked like it was going to go. She gets robbed 38-20.
She replaces Natty Lease.
Lily Chappell into the game for Maddie Lease. A welcome sight for the Pioneers who have not enjoyed facing her tonight. McIntyre, it's not going to go. 38-20. Possession shifts back onto the east side of the court. And the steal. As both teams head to their respective sidelines for the full timeout, we're going to take a quick break.
Fun job.
We are back on Pioneer Television, PTV, basketball. The Leavenworth Pioneers currently trail 38-20 with 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. I'm now here with Daniel Bethia on color commentary.
Hi,
And
guys.
Oh, that's not that bad.
we started out with a good game. Pioneers had a 4-point lead as late as the first quarter. As possession goes back in the hands of the white and blue. But after a 21-2 run, DeSoto took a commanding lead and hasn't looked back. Drawing the foul is Maya Hewitt, the fifth team foul of the quarter for DeSoto. Overall, a frustrating game. Daniel, what do you think this team needs to do to really get back?
Well, number one, I think those free throws right there, they should be easy. They should be money, like on the dot. I know we've already had 5 that I saw, and it was not going well. So that's
Hewitt's
one.
first one is gonna go.
Yeah,
Daniel Bethia speaking some life into our team.
yeah, and I think another thing is like the teamwork and looking where we're actually throwing the ball because there's been quite a few steals through our passes this game.
Back-to-back shots will go in.
Yeah, it's all good. A lot of people.
Now to the outside is Chappell. Lily Chappell getting physical. Going for the layup. It's not going to go. To the outside. Open three-pointer for Kraus. She will instead pass it up. Not much of a shooter for her. No problem for the Pioneers as Hewitt will cross half court again. Maya Hewitt. She has Walker available on the outside. Emerson Allen giving her a screen. Getting tripped up a little bit. And she will draw the foul. 6th team foul of the quarter. Charged against the DeSoto Wildcats. And Maya Hewitt is back at the line for 2 more shots.
Let's see her sink these 2. Put some points on the board.
Actually, excuse me, I believe 3 shots. First one from Hewitt is up, and it is true. 38-22. Pioneers firmly behind, but they've cut the deficit down to 15. It has been worse, believe it or not, today. And Maya Hewitt is trying to make it 14 here. She will succeed. Second shot will fall. And now DeSoto with their opportunity to try to make something happen. Looking for an option. Passes it to the outside. Number 15, Carpenter. Carpenter to Stapp. On the outside. The three-pointer. And it will fall. Lily Chapel with the 3. And it is now a 17-point game. 41-24. Emerson Allen now. Maya Hewitt. And that one's not going to go.
You got Daniel filling in?
Sonato.
You want me to take over, Daniel?
To the inside. Not going to fall, but she will draw the foul. Headed to the line now is, I believe, Sydney Sonato. Number 30 in the black and green. Second one's going to go. Now in the booth here with Oliver Rambo on color commentary. As the ball crosses back across half court. Maya Hewitt now. Hewitt with the lay. It's going to go. Pioneers with a sense of urgency. 105. Oliver, what really needs to change for the Pioneers to get back in this game? Inside. The move from Chapel. Her layup will go.
You know, David, to answer your question, I'd like to see a little bit of better rebounding here. What I've seen so far is that they're just letting the offense get the rebounds, and they're easily putting them back up into the hoop for easy points.
Maya Hewitt gets boxed out at half court, something you don't see too often. Now going up for the lay. It's not going to go. Lily Chapel, the junior, for DeSoto. 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Pioneers trail by 19. 25 seconds. One player to watch, Amira Graham. She had a bit of a subpar first half. She has really stepped it up here in the third quarter, but she is now 1 foul away from fouling out. Pioneers really need to focus on playing a clean game if they want any shot at getting back into it. The first one from Chapel is going to go.
This is the second out of the third possession in a row here for the DeSoto Wildcats where they're being sent to the line off of a shooting foul. So I think I agree. We need to see some cleaner defense here from the Pioneers.
While DeSoto has been the more talented team all night, especially with the Pioneers' absence of Layla Brown, who is out with a calf strain, they have also beat themselves as well. That's been a real problem that needs to be solved if we want any shot of getting back into this one. 47-26. Pioneers down 21.
Another turnover.
This has been unfortunately typical of the Pioneers. DeSoto, one of the premier teams in the United Kansas Conference, they have taken out the Pioneers in um they've taken out the Pioneers in 12 consecutive matchups. As Soto will take it back to the rim. Drawing the foul is Chapel. Oliver, I don't really agree with that call.
Neither do I, David. I mean, was it a little bit of a reach in? Yes, but in that situation, I don't think you can call that here.
3.5 seconds. This is likely to be the last play of the third quarter. First one is going to go. She's been spending a lot of time getting very comfortable at the free throw line, Lily Chapel. It's already her third time to the line. And 49-26. One more attempt. The half-court heave is nowhere near his home. Oliver, 49-26. Pioneers down 23. At this point, we're going to start looking forward to the boys' game because this really isn't looking like it's going to be out on the right side. I think what this game has highlighted to me is how important number 23, Layla Brown, is to the Pioneers. Because when your captain gets hurt, they're captains for a reason. And on the sideline, she's been hyping them up, giving them morale boosts. But ultimately, they just haven't been able to get anything going without her on the court.
David, I totally agree here. I think that this 23-point deficit is going to be a little too much for the Lady Pioneers to come back and defeat it here in this 8-minute quarter. I haven't seen anything bad. I think they've been playing well, but to me, it just seems that they've been outmatched during the game.
I would agree with that. They need to stick to the fundamentals. Again, sloppy third quarter sent the DeSoto Wildcats to the line 4 times in the last 3 minutes, something that you cannot afford to do for an entire 32-minute ballgame. On the floor for the Pioneers here in the fourth quarter, number 3, Ellie Lovejoy, 34, McKenna McIntyre, number 24, Emerson Allen, and your captain, Nala Walker. Maya Hewitt coming onto the court late as well. Wildcats getting the ball to start the fourth quarter. 49-26, Pioneers behind. Throwing it into the paint. Number 50, Chapel. Chapel to the outside. Three-pointer from Johnson. It is good. And it seems that for every three-pointer the Pioneers make, DeSoto responds with 5 of their own. They have just been completely draining these shots like plumbers. 7:35 on the clock. As the Pioneers are now down by 26.
32.
Hewitt to Walker. Hewitt for 3. It's no good. Nala Walker now. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt looking for another chance. They need to get some points fast. Hewitt to Walker. Nala Walker to Ellie Lovejoy. Ellie Lovejoy back to Maya. Maya Hewitt. She's got Lovejoy. Allen gives her a screen. Nala Walker open in the corner. She sends it to Walker. Ball intercepted. DeSoto Wildcats working their way back down the court. Swatted away by Hewitt, but the Wildcats retain possession. Sydney Sonato passes it and sends it out of play. 52-26. Pioneers behind the DeSoto Wildcats.
David, I'd like to see a little bit of better ball movement here from the Pioneers. I don't know if you agree with me.
I would too. It's not even like more ball movement because they have been sharing the ball among teammates. They have been sending it around, passing the rock. But the Pioneers, as that one will go out of play on Ellie Lovejoy. Actually, excuse me, they're going to say it was out on Maddie Leash, but just better passes. Too many balls are getting carelessly intercepted, rolling around on the floor. That's not something that you can have happening. Hewitt. Maya Hewitt surveying the lands. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
See, David, that's my
Interception.
point right there.
You
Definitely
can't let that happen.
That's my foul. That'll send number 30 to the line.
You can see the frustration starting to set in on their faces.
That'll send Sydney Sonato to the line for 2.
6:16 on the clock. Allen down court. Walker, Hewitt, Lovejoy, and McIntyre all inside the paint looking for a rebound. 52-26. 6:16. One team foul each here. And Soto will capitalize on their team foul to start the fourth quarter. Hewitt to McIntyre. McKenna McIntyre. Fancy footwork there. Gets Chapel reaching. Nala Walker for 3. It's not good. Ellie Lovejoy gets picked off. And now the fast break from Sydney Sonato extends the lead. 55-26. At this point, the Pioneers are likely going to have a hard time coming back into this one. Maya Hewitt, number 13, for 3. She gets robbed. In and out of the rim, like a double rim on the blacktop. I've seen that happen too many times to me. It's a great excuse for when their shooting form is terrible as mine. Blame it on the double rim.
And that'll be a reach in, it appears, on number 3, Ellie Lovejoy. Their first foul of the night.
55-26. On the floor for the Pioneers, Lovejoy, Hewitt, McIntyre, Walker, and Emerson Allen. DeSoto working through a bit of a line change. They've got 2 on right now, crossing half court, with 3 down in a 2-3 formation. Wide open is Kraus. Lees to Kraus. Kraus to the inside with the lay. That is good.
David, she just had no help on that bottom zone. I don't really think that's necessarily her fault for letting that basket score.
Maya Hewitt to McKenna McIntyre. Walker for 3. Yes, sir! Thank you very much. Nala Walker gives the Pioneers something to cheer for. 57-29. Still significantly behind, but really trying to make things worse. Allen and Walker putting some heavy coverage. Pioneers in a man-to-man press. Lovejoy and Kraus going at it. Now to the outside. The pass is intercepted by Emerson Allen. Allen to Hewitt. Hewitt to Walker with the heave. Excellent pass. The shot will not fall, but Walker will get her chance to go to the line for 2 free throws.
David, obviously we're to the point where DeSoto's just moving the ball around on offense. I think that Emerson did a great job getting the ball out there and getting a turnover for the Pioneers to get to go to the line.
Nala Walker with her first layup. Free throw. Don't know what I was on there. 57-29. It's not going to go.
Emerson Allen out.
Amira Graham
Amira Graham subbing in.
back into the game. She was a starter for this team. She has not seen significant playing time in the second half, though. Walker, second free throw is not good. 57-29. DeSoto moving the ball back. Lees, pump fakes. Lovejoy with the steal, but recovered by Kraus. Carpenter takes a long pause. The layup, it will go for Katie Bush. 59-29. Pioneers behind. Amira Graham, all by herself. Instead, she finds some help to Lovejoy, who passes it to Hewitt. Maya Hewitt communicating with her captain. Lovejoy to Hewitt. Hewitt getting pressed hard.
Foul is on the floor. Goes
Shot
release.
will be considered void as it came well after the whistle. Ellie Lovejoy will be receiving, she will be passing in from the baseline. Maya Hewitt, her primary option, but she also has help on the other side. On the south side of the court, you've got Amira Graham with Walker and McIntyre in the paint. Three-pointer is not true. Lease, the long Heath put a little bit too much mustard behind that one. Sends it back into the east side stands. Talking to Nola Walker before the game, she was talking about how McKenna McCann and Maya Hewitt were going to have to step up to replace Layla Brown. And while they have played such a great game, as Walker doesn't drain the three, Maya Hewitt, excellent throw. They're going to say it's still in possession of the Wildcats. But even though Maya Hewitt and McKenna McCann have both played great games, Oliver, a player like Layla Brown, as we've seen tonight, is simply irreplaceable, especially against a team as high quality as DeSoto. The last time DeSoto lost to Leavenworth was all the way back in 2019, so it's been a hot minute. 59-29. Intercepted by McIntyre. Maya Hewitt working her way. She's got pressure. Hewitt with the lay. She draws the foul. 59-29. 56 seconds left to go. For those of you watching from Leavenworth High School, we'd like to remind you to go to the Sadie Hawkins Winter Royalty Dance tomorrow. And in just a moment, right after the game, we will be announcing the senior king and queen for the Sadie Hawkins Royalty Dance, as well as the class representatives for the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors as well. So don't go anywhere. And then right after the game, in about 20 minutes, we will be hosting the Pioneer boys varsity basketball game against DeSoto. 19 seconds left to go. Clock is running. Pioneers are not playing strict defense anymore. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and number 1, Brinley Kraus will dribble it until the clock hits 0. Buzzer sounds. The band and Oliver overall the disappointing finish for the Pioneers with the absence of Liz Brown. A few encouraging signs for the players were shaken, but overall, don't think side of this. What do you have to say about this game? In my very short time here as an announcer for this game, I just didn't like the ball move for this thing. I think the ball move was focused on just mainly getting the ball to Maya Hewitt and to Donald Walker. And obviously, since they're the two best players on the court, obviously you want to get the ball to them. But it gets to a point when you're down by 23 points going into the fourth quarter. At some point, eventually, you're going to have to rely on the other players to do what they're doing. And unfortunately, I just didn't see that here from the Pioneers. And I think that's a main reason as to why they just lost by 30 points. For those of you watching, I'm David Lee Kemp alongside color commentators switching in and out of the game, Davin Kuntz, Daniel Bethia, and Oliver Rambo. We will stick around for the Winter Royalty Court for those of you who have any interest in seeing that. And then hop over to our next live stream coming up in about 25 minutes where the boys Varsity Pioneers will take on the DeSoto Wildcats. So long, everyone, and good night. We are just gonna They're doing this.
Racing on track. He considers himself an early voter. The problem with that, 8 colors for the voting rights. He would make it more purple to make it popular. Anna is involved in cheerleading. Considers himself an item. If Anna can make the voting rights in 8 colors, she would make them pink, teal, and purple. With freshman Princess Laura Sutton and Emma Wayne.
Do you know where I could get a boys roster?
Our sophomore Princess
Heard of Soto?
Yeah.
and Emma Wayne.
That's not one.
Thank you.
She considers herself an item.
Is this hard to do?
Well, okay. If you want to be good at it, you have to do research. You can do it without research.
Sports broadcasting. That is definitely an item. If we could have any color in Northern Lights, who would have global?
Here, I'm gonna start writing it down.
Sophomore Prince and Princess, Gavin Gibson, and Timothy. Our junior Prince and Princess was Isaac Allen.
Wait, is that halftime? Boys what?
The boys are about to start. This is in between games.
She is around
So why are they still shooting?
Yeah, he colors on the box.
Because they're watching.
Purple, blue, and Isaac is involved in tennis. Speak of basketball, NCAA, and powerlifting.
Yeah, he is.
He's an early bird. Good at anything to the Northern Lights. He would have blue to match his conference.
Oh, they switched to
Please give it up for your freshman sophomore.
picture play style. Did not vote.
I didn't vote either.
I looked at the voting your own shop and I said no.
I didn't even look at the app.
I love it.
Because life gives you oranges, don't try to make banana. Brandon is involved in band and theater. Brandon is an early bird. He can change the Northern Lights. He will change them to brown and tan. Because those are his favorite colors.
Go, Brandon.
The next team in the league are Sam Jones and Izzy Allen. Izzy is involved in pocket planners and basketball.
Dominated these people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Nobody.
Izzy is more of an early bird because she can walk in more and that night.
Freshman
She can't hear one. She will be changing colors.
Yeah, that's
but the order. She thinks that would be pretty if Lauren had a large square that would be in purple phase and some meat. And then the top would be a big yellow.
That's not what she said this morning, bro.
Sam is involved with pockets.
It's because they
Black
didn't.
children. Black boys.
Mr. Miller's going with that.
Sam's an item. He can change the Northern Lights. He would change it to silver.
Timothy.
And gold colors.
I know. Oh, you're Trinity. Yeah, what's up? Okay. That's our wow.
with your royalty queen, Izzy Allen.
Like a boss. On to the dance, Brennan.
And there you have it. Izzy Allen and Sam Jones are your winter royalty king and queen for the 2026 Sadie Hawkins. Damn. For those of you who are Leavenworth students, make sure to go to the dance tomorrow night. For everyone else, don't go anywhere. We will have more basketball for you in 20 minutes here on Pioneer Television, PTV.